onwards I'm going to be teaching you engineering mechanics and lot of other mechanical subjects. First of all, what is mechanics? Mechanics is a branch of physics which deals with the bodies which are in motion and in static position. Okay, so మెకానిక్స్ అనేది ఒక ఫిజిక్స్లో అదొక చిన్న భాగం. సో అందులో మనం స్టేషనరీ పొజిషన్ ఉన్న ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ గురించి, అంటే ఆగిపోయి ఉన్న బాడీస్ గురించి, మూవ్ అయ్యే బాడీస్ గురించి నేర్చుకుంటాం. సో మెకానిక్స్ ఈజ్ got divided into some three main subdivisions, in which one of them is mechanics of rigid bodies and mechanics of deformable bodies, and lastly mechanics of fluids. So ఇప్పుడు what is rigid body and what is meant by rigid body? The body which will not deform under the action of loading is referred to as rigid body. There is no such thing as rigid body, okay, because rigid body means it should not deform under the action of loading, right? So in universe there is no such thing like a rigid body. Let's consider this phone as an example here. Suppose if I am trying to apply force with this ballpoint here, so is this actually deforming at macroscopic level, which means as we can observe there is no deformation at all, but whereas at microscopic level we can observe the deformation, which may be in nanometers, which means 0.00000001 mm may be there, but whereas if there is a certain force acting on a body, it should deform. Okay, it should definitely deform. So since there will be a deformation for a certain magnitude of force, so there is no such thing as rigid body. But why do we need to consider these rigid bodies since they don't exist at all? Okay, it's because in order to know the external effect of force on a body. Okay, so what is this external effect? If I was to observe the deformation that this one is creating, instead of how much amount of deformation it is creating, I will only observe how much amount of force that I am giving to this one and how much amount of force is this phone or this object is giving to the surface on which it exists. Okay, in order to know the external effects. Okay, and the next one is the mechanics of deformable bodies. If you want to analyze these deformable bodies, you need theory of elasticity and theory of plasticity. Okay, so this is not our topic. I think you know what is meant by fluid, right? So fluid means the body which tends to flow. Gases and liquids tends to flow, so that's why they both called as fluids. Okay, so we will talk about this mechanics of rigid bodies only. In this one also we will talk about statics and dynamics. Okay, so mechanics, why if you learn these statics and dynamics, so basically what will you know is during the preliminary design stage you need to know the external, what are the different forces which are acting on a particular body in order to design that particular component. So that will be done by engineering mechanics. If you learn the statics and dynamics, you will be able to how much what amount of forces are actually present there, and what sort of velocities accelerations are present there. It is the preliminary design stage. Okay, mechanics will be applied at the preliminary design stage in order to know the different forces are what are the different forces which are acting, and how the motion of the body is. All these sort of things can be understood by engineering mechanics. Okay, thank you.